What does that mean? The state and the people keep all of the rights that have not been specifically given to the federal government. Let's break it down. What do you think it means? No? Well, yes and no, but I want to break it down. The states and the people have all of the rights that have not been specifically given to the federal government. Yes, Ryan.
You have rights that they didn't tell you you had?
No, not quite. Let me ask you this. In order to know what rights the state and the people have, what do you need to know, Alexander?
The laws.
What laws? Let me say it again, because it's a play on words and it's easy to miss. The states and the people have all the rights that are not specifically given to the federal government. There's a little portion that says or withheld from them. But so what do I need to know? What do I need to know what powers and what rights the states and the people have?
The civil rights.
No. Ricky, it's common sense. No. Let me see it again because it's right in front of your face. It's right in front of your face. The state and the people have all of the rights and powers that are not specifically given to the federal government. How do I know what are the rights and powers that the people have? Yes.
Like by reading the powers that the government does have?
Exactly. The first thing you want to know is what power does the federal government have? Because everything else belongs to the state and the people.
And that's in Article, oh my God, hold on, Article 8, Chapter 8, Section 1 through 18.
Okay.
Something like
You've
that.
got some of the numbers mixed up. Article 1. Stop. Let me say it so that there's no confusion. Let me say it so that there's no confusion. You find those powers. You find those powers in Article 1, Section 8, 1 through 18. 1 through 18. That is it. So, Ceci, how many powers does the federal government have? It's an easy one. 18 powers. Ceci is absolutely correct. The federal government has 18 powers. But now to make things a little bit more interesting. No, we're not going to do that right now. But to make that a little bit more interesting, put your hand down for a second. Power number 18. This is what it says. The federal government has the power to do anything that is necessary and proper to carry out any of the previous 17. That's the power that the federal government has. Anything that it needs to do as long as it is necessary and proper to carry out 1 through 17. So specifically named powers, there's 17. Because 18 only gives the federal government whatever it is that it needs to carry out those things. What does that mean? Well, let's say that your mom says, listen, when I get home, I would like for you to have a gallon of milk here. Let's just say that your mom says that. So, you get home before your mom. What do you suppose that statement, when I get home, I would like to have a gallon of milk here, what do you suppose that your mom means? Yes?
You go to the groceries and get the milk for when you get home.
Right. Those things that your mom didn't say are necessary and proper in order to carry out her request to have milk there. So even though your mom didn't say, okay, when you get home, go to the store, or get money from my purse, go to the store and buy the milk, in order for you to carry out the purpose of what she wanted, you need to do those things, and therefore, you have the power to do it because it's necessary and proper. So what power number 18 says or means is that the federal government can do all of those things that it needs to do in order to carry out 1 through 17. I'll give you a perfect example. The federal government is given the power to coin money. Okay? That really means to make money. It doesn't have to be coins, to make money. But in that power is the power to buy printing machines and power to hire the artists that do the pretty paintings of Lincoln and Washington and Thomas Jefferson and so on. It has the power to buy the paper. It has the power to specially formulate the ink, because all of those things are necessary and proper in order to carry out the function of making money. So the Constitution doesn't lay out all of the details. It basically says, look, I want you to do this, I want you to do this. It tells you 17 things, and it says, and do whatever it is that you need to get done in order to carry that out. But everything else, for example, the federal government doesn't need to own cows in order to make money, right? Because cows have nothing to do with money. So that's not necessary and proper. So anything else that's not necessary and proper to carry out the tasks are powers that belong to whom? To us and the states. Very good. And that's what the 10th Amendment says. And that's what the 10th Amendment to the Constitution of the United States says. All power not specifically given or reserved belong to the people in the states. Now you have really a good understanding of the basics of the Bill of Rights that is found in our Constitution. Probably a much better understanding that you would get in high school, and even in some college classes, you're not going to get this understanding, because the most difficult lessons to teach are those lessons that are common sense, and this is pretty much common sense. Alexander, could you stop that? Dígame.
Disculpe, necesito a Carmona, Salvat, Janeiro,